Hey everyone, welcome back to Coach Doc Ministries. In today's video, we're going to talk about a spiritual discipline or a spiritual practice that you may not be familiar with. It's not traditional, creativity. It's going to be a good one. Let's get to it. All right, so when we talk about spiritual disciplines, you usually hear the same handful. Prayer, read your Bible, that kind of jazz, okay? We've got that too. I teach all of that. I teach it differently than what you're probably going to hear in most churches, but I do teach it. There's also more. You might hear diet. We teach plant-based diet. You Jews have the avoid pork, so do Muslims. So diet is a typical spiritual discipline. We teach Sabbath. There are Jews. It's a heavily Jewish holiday, but Christians also observe it. But one you don't hear about very often, one that's not highlighted, is creativity. Hold on with me on this. So you see, God created the world. We are called to be partners with God in creation. Because creation didn't stop. Creation hasn't stopped. Creation has been moving forward for billions of years. We are called to continue that act of creation, to be partners with God in being creative. We're all made in the image of God. It's one of the key teachings, not just here with what I do, but in most churches and synagogues around the world. We are made in the image of God, every single one of us. And as God creates, so do we create. So, spiritual discipline wise, when you create, when you cook, okay, most of us don't follow a recipe, right? Dash of this, throw some of this in there. I've got a general idea. At least for me, every time I cook, it's typically a little something different. It may be the same soup or the same, whatever it is I'm making with some adjustments because I am just throwing stuff together. I'm being creative. I like to play guitar, piano, creative. I like to write, again, creative. I can't draw a stick figure, okay? So art really isn't my thing. But find that way to be creative. Find that way and recognize it. It's amazing when I'm making a meal. I'm making a stew or making a soup or making whatever it is I'm making. And I stop and think about, I'm being creative. As God is creative, I am creative. I'm made in the image of God. And just for that moment where I recognize it, I feel that connection with God. Isn't that the point of spiritual disciplines? Spiritual practice is to increase the number of times in your day and in your life that you connect with the divine. That's the point of spirituality. It's the point of religion, is to get you to increase the number of connections to God. And recognizing that every time I'm creative, when I'm drawing, when I'm writing, when I'm painting, when I'm sculpting, when I'm cooking, that when I'm creative, I'm connecting with God. When I'm doing something new, connecting with God. Playing guitar, piano, any kind of instrument you play. When you're creative, you're connecting with God. And that is a big, big practice that we all do really subconsciously. Lots of people have natural talents with music or with art or with writing or with cooking that you use it and you don't even make that connection. So next time you're cooking or playing an instrument or drawing, whether it's good or bad, like I said, I can't draw a stick figure. Whether it's good or bad, connect. Let it hit you. Let it pause for a moment. I'm being creative as God is creative. I'm created in the image of God. I'm made in the image of God. And I'm connecting when I create. Hey, thanks for coming by today, visiting us here at Coach Doc Ministries. As always, like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. If you have any questions that you want answered, ask them in the comments below, and we'll address them in a future video. Please join us at our Facebook and Instagram communities linked below. It was great to see you. Glad you were here. Look for you next week. Talk to you then.